Hello everyone, this is Zook, and today I'm going to be drawing a game character. I haven't done a game character in quite a long time, so this was pretty nice to draw. This guy commissioned me for The Apprentice from the game Orcs Must Die, which I'm sure you'll recognize, even without me having to tell you. I don't play it, so it doesn't really matter. I don't play a lot of things though, so that wouldn't be a first. So let's go through the story. There's not a lot of backstory to this character itself, so I'm just going to go through the general synopsis of the game, Orcs Must Die. Orcs Must Die is basically a typical sort of hero scenario kind of game. You got your main hero, and it's up to him to save the world. So the story is, there's this order that's made up of all sorts of wizards and warriors, and they guard these rifts, which are basically gateways between the dead world and the human world. The dead world consists of all sorts of nasties like orcs, trolls, gnolls, you know, typical stuff. As you can imagine, they're in pretty great numbers, as per usual with orcs, and they're not particularly intelligent. They're kind of idiotic. But they do pose a threat, and they must be kept away from the human world. So they get attacked, the Order, and their members die except the Apprentice, which is the guy that I'm doing right now. And of course it's up to him to save the world, reestablish balance, etc., etc. Later on he finds out that the mob is actually controlled by a sorceress who used to be a student of the Order, and instead of choosing to do good and protect humanity, she chose to do bad and join the mob, control it through her special powers. So he goes through a rift. He defends all the rifts, of course, and then he goes through the last one, closing it forever, and so devoiding humankind of the magic that they extracted from the dead world, but at the same time protecting it, of course, because the rifts are sealed. So he comes out as the victor. The sorceress loses her powers, and she can't control the mob anymore. And so that's pretty much it. Not a very extensive story, but I guess it sort of makes sense. So let's talk about the drawing. The drawing took about 5.5 hours. It actually took more than that. It took about 7 hours because I fucked up the first one, so I had to throw it away after an hour and a half. There were some major perspective issues. What can I say? That's what happens when I don't put out a drawing every 3 days like I used to. Used to have a bit more practice, and the improvement was more noticeable than nowadays when I only have time for like one a week. But I'm getting there soon enough. So this guy is, you know, a typical armored dude with a large hammer, so those are always fun to draw. Still need practice with armors, of course. Still need to get to the point where textures are absolutely realistic, because as it stands right now, they're not totally realistic. I mean, I can spot a couple of issues with this character. Some perspective issues on the hammer. It's quite an awkward angle to draw it at. I'm not sure if you're even there with the video. I'm not really watching myself. I'm just sort of talking about it. And a couple of perspective issues with the hand, and some scale issues with or symmetry issues with the right-left hand. Like the armor on the right hand appears slightly larger than the left one. But that's not that big a deal. Armor usually is larger on the right hand anyway, because, you know, the right sides of our bodies are slightly larger than our left sides. So let's just say that it's ultra realistic instead, and not call it a mistake. It's it's always nice to come up with bullshit reasons for doing stuff when you're actually just fucked up. But hey, that's life. So what was I gonna talk about? Yeah, I might actually start putting out some Dota videos soon. I've been playing a lot of Dota lately, and it's really fun just playing with a bunch of subscribers that we basically started playing regularly, and we have a couple of guys carrying the entire team, so we have some fun games, and I might start posting a few soon, just to, if I get some good ones, that is, just to see how that goes. I realize I said in the past that I would not post gameplay anymore, but this it's kind of a special scenario, because Dota has always been, you know, one of my favorite games. I used to play a lot of it back when it was just a custom map, like version 1 in Warcraft 3, which was like so many years ago. So Dota holds a special place in my heart. It's not just any game. That's why I never touched LoL or HoN, because those are not Dota. Those are just completely different games. So yeah, we'll see. That's basically it. There's not much else for me to say. A lot of work to do the upcoming week, a lot of commissions to finish, and hopefully everything will turn out nice and well, and I'll get my money. So yeah, here's to that. Thanks for watching, and please rate that shit. And I guess I'm not going to say have a good weekend because it's almost over. But have a good week at school, at work, and whatever else institution you attend. So yeah, see you next time.